and good day. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz from eTurboNews, and this is a breaking news update. For more news updates and shows, please go to youtube.com/travel news group. youtube.com/travel news group. Here's our update.
French president vows to make life unbearable for unvaccinated. I won't send unvaccinated people to prison, Macron said. So, we need to tell them, from the 15th of January, you will no longer be able to go to the restaurant. You will no longer be able to go for a coffee, you will no longer be able to go to the theater. You will no longer be able to go to the cinema. French President Emmanuel Macron has been accused of using divisive vulgar language after he used a slang term to announce that he wants to make life intentionally unbearable for the unvaccinated to convince them to receive the jab. Saying he is doing all he can to eliminate vax skeptics from public life, Macron has suggested that deliberately pissing off the unvaccinated will persuade more French citizens to take their COVID-19 vaccine shots. During an interview with the Le Parisien newspaper on Tuesday, Macron said his goal is to make life as difficult as possible for the unvaccinated, hoping that outrage among the group will somehow prompt more people to get immunized. I am not about pissing off the French people. But as for the non-vaccinated, I really want to piss them off. And we will continue to do this, to the end. This is the strategy, the president said, adding that only a small minority are still resisting. How do we reduce that minority? We reduce it, sorry for the expression, by pissing them off even more, he went on, saying his administration is putting pressure on the unvaccinated by limiting, as much as possible, their access to activities in social life. I won't send unvaccinated people to prison, Macron said, so, we need to tell them, from the 15th of January, you will no longer be able to go to the restaurant. You will no longer be able to go for a coffee, you will no longer be able to go to the theater. You will no longer be able to go to the cinema. Mandatory vaccinations are being introduced in several European countries, with Austria leading the way for over 14s from next month and Germany planning a similar move for adults. Italy's government meanwhile said on Wednesday it would make vaccination against COVID-19 compulsory from the 15th of February for everyone over the age of 50. Though Macron offered assurance that authorities would not forcibly immunize or imprison the unvaccinated, his comments come as French lawmakers debate whether to tighten the country's COVID-19 restrictions to allow only the fully vaccinated to enter a long list of public spaces. Currently, in addition to proof of the shot, residents can also provide a negative coronavirus test to gain entry to the establishments in question, an exemption Macron has called to close. Last month, French government also further escalated the restrictions by requiring citizens to receive a booster shot within 3 months of their second dose, warning that those who fail to do so will no longer be considered fully vaccinated under its health passport system. While France first imposed the passports last summer, it has apparently done little to stem the country's greatest spike in infections yet, which kicked off in November, likely fueled by the more transmissible Omicron variant. Despite skyrocketing case numbers, recent polling suggests that many citizens still believe the passes can bring the pandemic to an end. Macron's interview segment was denounced by critics across the French political spectrum, with the leader of the Socialist France Insoumise party, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, calling his remarks appalling, while arguing health passes amount to collective punishment against individual liberties. Marine Le Pen of the ultra-right-wing National Rally Party similarly stated that Macron is seeking to turn the unvaccinated into second-class citizens, while conservative Senator Bruno Retailleau said, no health emergency justifies such words.
Thank you for listening to our news update. There's more on youtube.com/travel news group, or you can read us, of course, in going to our news portal at eTurboNews.com or travelnews.online.